Good morning, all. Let me begin by introducing myself. For some of you, I am your teacher, and for some, a faculty advisor, and for some others, just a passing face on this campus. That's you see me between 9 and 4. But there is another face to me. This is me. I'm a motorcyclist, a bike racer, and a bike enthusiast. Let me start by telling you a small anecdote from my childhood. My uncle had a bike, TVS bike. And for us, that was not just a machine, it was adventure. Me and my cousins would push it all the way to a hilly road, and we would climb upon it. And without even starting the engine, we would release it in neutral and let it roll down the hill. It was thrill. No noise, no control, just trust and thrill. That's where that was my earliest memory of what riding meant to me. Years later, I found myself at the starting line of my first race. I did everything I have been taught: clutch in, gear engaged, and the signal key. I released the clutch and pushed the accelerator. But uh, the bike went straight up. That was not expected. For a few seconds, me and my bike were at two different ends of the track. I stood up and lifted the bike and tried to start it again. Nothing happened. I panicked. Tried to start it again. No, not even a noise from that engine. My friends rushed in and they tried. We tried. For a few minutes, after a few minutes, the engine came back to life. There were only 4 of us in that race. And we had to complete 3 laps for that race. But by the time I pulled myself together, one rider already had completed 1 lap. But I rode. I completed the race. I finished fourth. Fourth was last. But I finished. This was my first race and my first experience on the track. That's where I fell. And that's where I finished last. And that's where I truly began. So I will show you. This is one of the picture from the first race, which was occurred in Ollur, Thrissur, and I am standing just near to the podium, and I am receiving the fourth prize. I finished the last, but I got one prize for my achievement, and that is I completed that. That is considered as my achievement from that race. So, you can see this picture. This is the picture when I climbed on the dirt bike for the first time. You can see the pure joy in my face. Not only the joy and the thrill also you can see from my face. And this was my first coach. He's way younger than me, and he tried to teach me how to ride that bike. And you can see this bike is an Hero Impulse model bike, and it is modified for that to participate in dirt races. And this is some snapshots from my practice session for the first time. And this already I showed you the podium of my first race, where I was just standing near and receiving the fourth prize. And the next race I participated was part of Rider Mania 2019, which was in Goa. There were 2 attractions, the place and the race. And by that time, I bought a Royal Enfield Himalayan. So, this is the original look of my Royal Enfield Himalayan. This was a second-hand model, and I bought this before going to the race in Goa. And we rebuilt it. That is, we changed the engine, we upgraded the engine power, changed the handlebar, changed the tires and headlights, and so on. And after that, it doesn't even look like a Himalayan. This is the modified or this is the picture of my Himalayan after the makeover. And it was a dirt bike race. In Ridermania 2019, we went as a team. And my coach and me was performing in that or participating in the dirt race. And this was the Kerala team who participated in the dirt race occurred in Goa for the Ridermania 2019. Me and my coach secured places or participated in dirt race and secured prizes for that prizes in that race. In that race, I finished third. Then came 2020. The pandemic hit. Corona came. And in the same year, I got married. Did I stop racing? Did I stop riding? No. We together bought another bike, a Hero Expulse with a rally kit. And there comes the next race. It was at Glass Colony, Kalamashiri. It was a time challenge. And I won the second prize in that time challenge. This is a snapshot from that race. And second place I got in from that time challenge race. Next one was at Bhudatanghat. Next race conducted at Bhudatanghat, you already know it is near this college, Kodamakalam. And there also, I secured the second place. This is after my marriage. This is my husband who is my core supporter. And we went together for the race and I got second prize in that race. Then then comes the rally. I participated in 2 rallies, and rally and race are very different. That rally, in race we compete head to head, and all riders start together. But in rally, we are fighting against or we are competing against time. So precision and consistency matters more than speed alone. So I decided to participate in one rally, which was MRF Mob Grip FMSCI National Rally Championship, and it has 5 rounds, and it is conducted in several cities. So one was in Chikmagalur. So me and my husband went to Chikmagalur for my first rally. For my first rally, this was the starting line of my first rally, and the rally conducted in 2 days. And on the first day, the registration and the recce happens. Recce means the officials will introduce us to the track and terrain. But I went for the registration and went for the recce, but I couldn't participate. The engine froze just the night before the day. I went there as a competitor, but stood there just as a visitor. That was unexpected. Soon after, the next rally, the next round of MRF National Rally came. It was in Coimbatore. And this time, I finished the rally with a broken brake cable. In the beginning, my parents were not my biggest supporters. But today, when guests visit home, they proudly show my trophies. And when growth doesn't happen when you are comfortable. And do not let hesitation decide your limits, because growth happens where comfort ends. The truth is, I am still learning, still falling, still rebuilding, and still showing up. The journey hasn't ended, and it is still unfolding. Thank you.